A Hamilton woman has not given up on the search for her son. Debbie Estes hasn't seen her son in 14 years. Local 12's Annie Brown spoke with her and detectives who have been working that case. Annie, good morning.
Well, Bob, good morning to you. It's a nightmare no mother should have to endure. Debbie Estes tells me her son, Billy DeSilvestro, was last seen in February of 2011. And although it's been 14 years, she tells me she's still holding on to hope.
My son's favorite game growing up was hide and seek. This is the biggest hide and seek I've ever done.
Ever since February 7th, 2011, Debbie Estes has been haunted by what might have happened to her son, 28-year-old Billy DeSilvestro. Ever since his disappearance, she's dedicated her life to spreading the word not only about Billy's missing persons case, but others too, putting up signs and billboards around Hamilton of missing people, including her beloved Billy.
When I finally come to terms with it, it's the worst feeling I ever felt in my life.
Estes has been tortured by vicious rumors and debunked dead ends.
This case has gotten so much traction that, there's been people that have no information, never knew Billy, don't have any credible information, but will come in just to almost be involved in the case. In certain cases like these, when it does get a lot of press, people want to be involved.
Detective Joe Nerlinger walked me through the long list of leads the Butler County Sheriff's Office exhausted in the past 14 years. Some have said he's buried in a sidewalk. Others have said his body was found in Ross. Some have even claimed they have some of his bones. Estes' pain and hope that her son is still out there taken advantage of.
I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe anything till one of them detectives knock on my door and tell me.
Estes says Billy was recovering from alcohol addiction and living with his grandmother. She says on February 7th, 2011, he told his grandmother he was going to a friend's house. His grandmother dropped him off on Franklin Street in Hamilton, but that wasn't the last place he was seen. A witness statement says that Billy was last seen here on Ross Avenue. It's thought he was partying and drinking at an apartment. What happened after, though, remains a mystery. Estes says Billy tried to call her and his grandmother around 2:30 that morning. Neither got to the phone in time, something that now haunts Estes day and night.
I don't even know how to explain that pain. It's like, it's gut-wrenching. It's ongoing. I cry every night.
The Butler County Sheriff's Office, Texas EquiSearch, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, and people in the community have all spent countless hours looking for Billy.
I can't imagine what Debbie's been going through for this past 14 years. Somebody knows something, somebody needs to come forward.
But with no active leads, the case has gone cold. But Detective Nerlinger says the Sheriff's Office will track down every lead it gets. How are you continuing to help find closure for this family?
Well, it's kind of difficult. I wish, we could wave a magic wand. We follow leads. That's what we do. I wish more than anything that the Sheriff's Office could give that closure to Debbie. At this time, until we have people that know what happened or have some credible information come forward, we don't have anything at this time.
Hoping one will lead Billy home.
There's not a second that it goes by I don't think about Billy. I don't care what I'm doing. If I'm driving down the road, if I'm sitting here talking to you, he'll cross my mind.
Now, Estes tells me Billy's grandmother has recently passed, but she spent every day of her life hoping Billy would come home. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Butler County Sheriff's Office. Live in Hamilton, Annie Brown, Local 12 News.
Annie, thank you. And we're going to put that number right there on the screen if you have more information. 513-785-1254.